G'day guys, welcome back to our final animal exploration through the different habitats. We've had such a fun time doing this with you. We hope you enjoy our final one. Today, if you guessed correctly, we are back in our marshlands, or swamp as some people call them. We have found 3 interesting animals that we wanted to share with you. The first animal is an interesting animal called an egret. Now have a look at this egret. What you can see is a very long beak, a very long neck, and very long legs. What do you think it needs long legs, long necks, and long beaks for? Well, an egret will use its long legs to walk out into the swamp water or the marsh water, and it will stand very, very still. Very, very still. And the fish in the water won't know it's there because it's standing so still. The fish might think that its legs are sticks, so they'll start to swim, and the egret will watch very, very carefully. And when it sees the fish get closer and closer, it will use its big long beak to snap and grab the fish. Egrets are very, very good fishers. They love to eat fish. So let's put the egret into our swamp habitat. Our next animal is an animal that likes to jump. It likes to croak. It's a type of, starts with F, frog. Now this frog in particular is called a masked swamp frog. Why do you think it's called a masked swamp frog? It's because on its face, it's a different colour. So it's a brown frog, but it has almost like a black mask over its face. So when scientists found this animal, they thought, a brown frog with a black mask. Let's call it a masked swamp frog. Clever name. Let's put our swamp frog into our habitat. Excellent. Last but not least is another type of bird. It's not the same as an egret though. This one is called a purple gallinule. Now a gallinule is very interesting because if you think to your toes, you have a long foot but short toes. Well, a gallinule has a short foot but long toes. What do you think it might use long toes for? It walks around the water. What might it use it for? It uses its long toes to be able to stand on the water without sinking. It doesn't stand on the top of the water. Instead, since the swamp water is quite muddy, the water might be very shallow, but if you stand on that muddy dirt, that muddy puddle, you might start to sink into the mud. But by having long toes, it's able to stand on the mud without sinking. That makes it an excellent animal to live in our muddy marshlands, our muddy swamp. So let's put it on. So we have our egret, who is an excellent fisher. It'll use its long legs to stand really still in the water and watch as the fish get closer before using its long beak to snap and catch them. We have our masked swamp frog, who scientists obviously named because it's a frog who lives in the swamp, whose skin has almost a mask colour over its face. Clever naming. Our last animal in our swamp is the purple gallinule, who interestingly, instead of having a long foot with short toes, has a short foot with long toes that let it walk through the muddy, swampy water without sinking too deep into the mud below, making it an excellent animal to live around the marshlands. Well, Me and Simon have been having such a wonderful time doing our animal explorations with you, but now it's come to the end. Don't worry though, because me and Simon have enjoyed travelling so much that, we might continue travelling. But instead of travelling around different animal habitats, I was thinking, why don't we travel around the world to where different humans live? Different boys and girls, different mums and dads, different grandmas and grandpas. We are going to explore the world. You'll have to join us at our next video where instead of animals, we'll be exploring the world. Until next time, me and Simon will see you later. Bye everyone.